Hello everyone, Teagan Blade here, and here's some more Metal Gear, presented to you by VideoGames1.com. Yes, VideoGames1.com, your number one choice for number one retro games. Anyway, let's continue. Alright, gonna knock you out. Another guard there. Don't see me, don't see me, don't see me. Yep, you don't see me. You don't see nobody. And you see that. And that's where you failed. And you're gonna get taken away. And you're gonna be taken away.
He's coming too.
We're all gonna be taken away. Get you out of here.
You gotta extract him.
The snake, 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 snaky snake. Oh, you guys are asleep, but here, let me put you asleep anyway. Outpost taken. Alrighty then, I took the outpost. Drop you there. And put that on you, and goodbye. You. Put you over here, and
He's coming
goodbye.
too. Roger that.
Wait, no goodbye.
They even got a guard post there. Security sure is tight. I guess they don't want anyone poking
Careful,
around.
looks like these outposts are getting really scattered out now. As I do this video, I would like to currently give a brief summary of the whole Metal Gear as I go through this particular mission. Not for any real actually particular reason, just to do it. So let's start off in actual timeline order, which would actually have to be the Snake Eater. Metal Gear 3 actually is technically the first one to the series. You start off as playing Naked Snake, a brand new trainee out of training who's on his first mission to rescue a Soviet defect by the name of Sokolov. Now, in the process of extracting Sokolov, you end up getting ambushed by a Russian extremist known as Thunderbolt, aka Volgan. Well, actually, his name is Volgan, aka Thunderbolt. That is that's how they call him in the West.
The objective area is beyond there.
And you end up betrayed by your mentor and trainer, the boss, who is a World War II hero. She breaks several of your limbs and ends up throwing you off a bridge into a river. I believe it's several weeks later, as the gameplay describes. You get back up, but the problem is the Russians think it was the Americans who detonated a nuke in Soviet territory, which was actually Volgan. So you end up being charged with going back in and finding the boss and to kill her, as well as rescue Sokolov. And that is when you start going into conspiracies of... Oh shit! Shit, get off me, Pop, get off me! Fucking jackal. You are... Fucking hyena. Die. Where's Scar to save you now, motherfucker? Where's fucking Scar to save you? Where was I? Oh. So you go back in and you find out that the boss was already waiting for you as you transport it back into the territory. And that begins Operation Snake Eater, where you start defeating the boss's top trainees that she has ever trained, known as the Cobras. And as you go through and start taking out each one of the Cobras, it becomes more clear as you're also have to rescue Soclaw before his top weapon, known as the Shagohod, a trembling behemoth, as it's referred to. You have to get him before that gets taken away, which is technically the first basis of a Metal Gear weapon. As you get closer into rescuing Sokolov, eventually you get salted out, and Sokolov gets killed while being interrogated on why you came all this way to come rescue him again. And in the same process as you get interrogated, Mr. Ocelot, as you all know, who's in this game, who is actually a triple agent. It's not really proclaimed too much, as they make him being a really nice guy in this one, but he's technically a triple agent. Now what ends up happening is, Ocelot, you know how he loves his interrogations, if you've ever played the first or second Metal Gear Solid, he ends up juggling 3 of his revolvers, and what happens is he puts 1 bullet in between the 3 of them, and he says that it's his judgment call. What ends up happening is the boss, he's actually interrogating another spy, Tatiana, aka Eva, and he's doing that to, wait, what's that?
You gotta extract him.
What? Whoa. No way. Are you guys hearing this? I'm hearing this. Are you guys hearing this?
We regret to report the murder of a wife and her 2 children by their husband.
No way.
The father purchased the rifle used in the crime at his local gun store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday.
This is an Easter egg right here.
The day of the crime, the father went to the
This is the same radio broadcast they do in PT, playable teaser, that was supposed to be for the release for Silent Hills that Hideo Kojima was supposed to be a part of, but then he backed out, finished this, and then retired. This is the radio. This actually is going to bring up another subject. I'll actually point this out when I do the Teagan Blade review for this game.
Police arriving on scene after neighbors called 911 found the father in his car.
You know, this is the same broadcast on that radio.
Before the murders, neighbors say they heard the father repeating a sequence of numbers in a loud voice. They said it was like he was chanting some strange spell. There was another family shot to death in the same state last month, and in December last year, a man used a rifle and meat cleaver to murder his entire family. In each case, the perpetrators were fathers. State police.
Now, for some of you who do not know, the PT playable teaser is actually no longer available, so if you do not have it installed into a PS4 already, you're never going to have it again. So, yeah, your PlayStation's kind of worth something a little bit, I believe. Yeah. Alright, enough of that. Where was I? So yes, so then, as Ocelot is, acting like a jackass, Snake swings in even as he's being tortured and saves Eva, but in the same release, has his eye blown out, which explains the eye patch. And then, together with Eve, you escape, and you come back and you destroy the Shagohod and kill Volgin, but then you have a very, very intense battle with the boss, where in the end she explains everything about her past, what made her be what she is, and then, with her own signature weapon, you kill the boss. Then the storyline picks back up with actually Metal Gear Portable Ops. That would actually be next in line. You wake up in a jail cell. You have to escape, and that's when you discover Miller. This whole group known as Fox has actually taken over, and that's when you create the group Foxhound. I played the game. I beat it. I don't remember much. What the? Oh, crap. I don't remember much from it because it was so long ago. I just remembered I played it, and I beat it, and that was it. And then next in the storyline is Peace Walker. That's when you come across Chow and you know, what's her name? The one that blew herself up in Ground Zeroes. Yeah, I'm kind of getting myself a little ahead there. Yeah. Moving on, Ground Zeroes. Ground Zeroes, you play as Snake infiltrating a mission to rescue Chino and Kaz. And it becomes all wrong because after you find out that Kaz has a bomb inside of her. And then after rescuing, after Kaz blows herself up, you realize that Mother Base, well no, actually Mother Base is actually already under attack, which then leads into the destruction of the vehicle that you are currently in with Miller and everything, which then leads into the fact of the coma that leads you into this game. And I believe probably by the end of this game, this game will lead up to the events that turn Big Boss into what he becomes for the Nintendos. What the? What's that? Did you fall out of the bag? Take each out of the bag? For the very first NES system, Metal Gear, where you play as Solid Snake, a fresh trainee sent by Big Boss into outer heaven to find and rescue Gray Fox, a very elite agent of the boss. Sorry, of Big Boss. And with that, you end up uncovering a conspiracy that goes all the way back to... What the? That goes all the way back to being Big Boss as the mastermind who sent you in to cover up his... to hide his own intentions. What the? What's in that? Dude, that's a headphone. I didn't even know they made headphones like that back in the 1987. Has any of you seen those kind of headphones? I haven't. So you go all the way in just to uncover that Big Boss had sent you in to cover up the fact that he had his own Metal Gear and sent it to try to take over the government. And then comes Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake. You play a Solid Snake again, being threatened to go to Zanzibar land. I believe it's some kind of place, but there's children there, apparently. I do not know what is that. Much more than that. Only that by the end of the game, you find out that Frank Yeager, aka Gray Fox, has control of Metal Gear, and then he is being controlled once again. Or I can't say once again. He is being ordered by the one and only Big Boss, who you thought you killed in the first one, but didn't. But you get to burn him to death in this one. Yeah. And then we go into PlayStation's Metal Gear Solid. Solid Snake is called into action to go to Shadow Moses in Alaska to help take care of his old unit, being led by Liquid Snake. In the process, he finds love. Well, actually, not really. He finds a soldier chick. But mysteriously, the people he needs to save mysteriously start dying from a weird virus that he finds out by the end of the game is actually inside of him. Otacon. And now, Snake must go and face Metal Gear Rex. The Metal Gear that Mr. Hal Emmerich had designed based off previous designs of the Metal Gear project. Hey, look at you, it's the Lone Ranger. Hello, Lone Ranger. So, upon fighting, you find out that you are actually a clone of the Big Boss. You and Liquid Snake are brothers, clone brothers, where you go into an epic battle to come out successful. To find out that one of your medicals had been indeed poisoned you with the Fox-Die virus, a virus that is designatedly able to kill off particular people through a code gene.
Burn with the rest of them.
Hey, look, that's Psycho Mantis. That's little Psycho Mantis. After the success of this mission, you know, you have familiar clothing. I've seen that kind of clothing before. I'm sorry for being distracted. I've seen that clothing before. That leads into the events of Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. Snake goes to the tanker to take on the brand new Metal Gear Ray, just to find out. Oh. Anyway, Metal Gear Ray. Actually, I think I know who that is. I think that guy has a secret identity, but I think I know who it is. What was that? Yes, goes to a tanker to find out that there's a brand new Metal Gear Ray, an amphibious form of Metal Gear. It's supposed to be able to go underwater. Upon trying to get to it, he ends up being the whole vessel, a whole U.S. military vessel gets hijacked by Russians, including Revolver also. And then you play as Raiden, and you go through that whole little gay freaking spiel. And then there's the events of Metal Gear 4 to follow, where you finally, as Snake, take out Ocelot and destroy all the Metal Gears. But in the same process, you find out at the end that you never killed Big Boss. And at the way end, you and Big Boss are there with Zero. And Big Boss dies. Let's die. Alright.
He spotted you. He's coming.
Right here. Sorry, I kind of maybe spoiled some of that with the whole history of Metal Gear and that, but you know. Oh, I think I know how to hit the child.
That'll only stop him temporarily.
Ooh. And you're dead. You're gone. It's over for you.
Quick, now's the time to get on the chopper.
That fire guy's actually kind of a pain in the ass. The water stops him, as it's clearly stated. Trying to see if he's here. Maybe I can extract him. Is he around here? Can I actually? Is there a chance I can extract him? Probably not. You know what? I'm taking the Jeep. Bye bye, Jeep. This is my Jeep. Bye bye. My Jeep. Nothing. Right in front of me. I guess he totally disappeared. Shit. Because I tracked him. Well, everyone, if you enjoyed this video, please show some love with some thumb. I'm sorry that I really didn't have much really interesting to say. I did kind of a shitty, half-ass, freaking quick summary of the Metal Gear games, even though I kind of just bullshitted it. Well, not really bullshit. I didn't bullshit it. I just kind of like gave up on talking about it after a while. I know most of the history. I will say that. I could go into full detail, but it would take a while. I mean, you know, I might try to go into a little bit more of a summary when I do a Teagan Blade review for this game, because I'm actually in the middle of getting ready for it. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please show some love with some thumb. Subscribe. Remember, go to videogames1.com for any retro games that you might be looking in for. Even if it's just the Metal Gears, look for Metal Gear. Enjoy the original Metal Gears. This is Teagan Blade signing off, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.